I don't understand the thing around Taylor Swift, you know.
Bruv, I don't know, bruv. There are so many different things that you're never going to understand.
Yeah.
It just is.
You know what?
It's there. This Taylor thing is there. Bro, she did a movie. And everyone watched the movie simultaneously, bruv. When it was it live first?
Oh, really?
Bruv, I don't know what it was. The movie of her just doing the show. Bruv, she made 100 million. One time.
It's mad. It's mad.
Yo.
Like even, I think I was at my mum's the next day and the TV was on and it was GMTV or whatever. And this woman said, oh yeah, the Super Bowl. They're calling it the
Taylor Bowl. Bruv, they are saying she and her presence and their relationship, you know, garnered $300 million.
You know what I say to that? Bullshit.
In which part?
Prove it.
Bro, okay. So what I think it was connected to was obviously people watching, which increases number one. Wait. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you here to at least visualize it.
All right.
So she has now got certain people watching, more people watching in a different way. So that's changed the commercials aspect on all fronts because she's not just coming to the Super Bowl end thing. She's coming to all the other games. Then his jersey through the roof. Taylor fans are now buying it. It's not just sports people. It's now Taylor fans.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's two major. I don't want you to accept it.
No.
There's two major aspects that the bottom line could be connected to her.
Yeah. I think because I don't follow it. I know because I'm just seeing Taylor turning up at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, she's just turning up seeing her boyfriend. Yeah.
As opposed to Taylor going to games.
Bro, but I think from what I see, from what that woman is, we're talking about boss women, how she's moved. Bruv, she made the album that she made as a young person again and called it Taylor's version. And now her people stream that one and not the other one because she don't own that one.
I respect that.
Bruv, she has got something, she knows what she's doing. So I think she's also having conversations with them, man, and saying to them, look, this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to do.
You remind me of two things. I want to talk about two things quickly. It's music related and then we'll move on. First one, your thoughts on Jay-Z and his speech. Okay.
I saw clips.
Okay.
But no, I think I had the gist of it.
And then the second one, did you see Ghetts' performance at the MOBO?
I watched it, but let me tell you this. So the track dropped that day. So obviously I didn't go MOBOs and I didn't watch it live. Yeah. I listened to the track and I texted him. I said, bro, that line.
I know what you're going to say.
Yeah, say the line that I'm going to say.
Give me a second.
Go on.
They are not verbatim.
Yeah.
They send people to war. Yeah.
Bro, I texted him straight away. I said, bro, mad.
Listen,
I wheeled it up 3 times.
Yeah. I was in the car with Melvin, right? He hadn't heard it. I said, have you heard this tune yet? He goes,
bro.
No. I played the tune, right? The guy was like, again.
Bro, I just texted him this. I said, a hero if I kill for my country, a villain if I kill for my postcode. I haven't even finished the rhythm. Wheeled it up 3 times there already. Mad.
Bro.
And then he wrote back, my brother.
Bro.
What?
Listen, that tune for me, I was like, nah.
I'm excited for this album because he has been, solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
Like he's
Yeah. So bro, I watched it after the fact.
All right, sorry. So we jumped a little bit. So Jay-Z, I thought this was BS. I thought it was a big reach, but somebody posted up a meme, like a cartoon actually, and the top one is Jay-Z basically saying what he said but paraphrased, and the bottom one is Kanye just like Jay-Z saying what he said paraphrased, and basically they're trying to say that Jay did the same thing.
That conversation was worth bringing to the. I thought that at the time. I was like, this is worth bringing to the pod. The Kanye comparison.
Yeah.
Whose moment did Kanye step on? Though?
Exactly.
That's the difference.
For me,
that was Jay-Z's moment.
That's right.
He was there with his daughter.
Yeah.
You know what I liked about that scenario, and if it's the truth, it's the truth, was him saying, I speak the truth when I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, he was even referencing my daughter's, you know, probably feeling something right now for me. And oh, bro, how she's grown.
Ah, it's beautiful.
Excuse me, amazing, bro.
Yeah.
In the sense that when she was on tour and all of that, and now you're seeing a grown woman, you know, you can imagine what all of those experiences done for her. But his point, it was fair.
Yeah.
I felt it was fair.
Yeah.
I think the challenge about that conversation is who his wife is.
Yeah.
You know, because any man would stick up for their wife, I'm guessing, right? And would, even if you're a good husband, wouldn't you also, if your wife was doing something incorrect, wouldn't you also try to, you know, show her, babe, like, this is not the right way to, you know what I mean? So either side, you're going to step up like a Jay-Z would. But on the flip side, bro, it's weird that she hasn't won.
Yeah, it's like, it's super
It's weird.
Especially
Like,
the way he broke it down.
Well, I think everyone's going to be talking about that. So where's the explanation back to say, oh, no, this is the reason why she hasn't won?
And I think you raise a really, really valid point there, where it's like, sometimes a lot of the things that frustrates me when people speak out like this is that we never get to hear the response.
Because
and
no
I feel
one
people
wants to
get let
respond.
off the hook.
But have you heard, there was murmurings in the background that the reason why is because she wins everything. So someone has said that we don't vote for her in that way because she wins it all the time.
That's not.
So it's like constant. It's like we know she's good. So,
but
she's
still, you still have to give somebody their
Giving
accolades.
them, like, and which album would you have given it to?
I can't even answer that because I don't even really listen to albums
Beyonce
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not even just Beyonce, but albums generally. I just don't listen to them like that.
All right.
Me, I'm like, I like a song and then jam it in a playlist and listen to that. But like,
yeah.
But I will say, I will, just on the back of the Ghetts' single, I'm like, I'm gonna sit down and digest this album. Like literally, the last album.
There are some albums that I'm hoping that you've done that to, because there are some albums that you should.
The last one that I've done that to, and I actually really liked it, but I haven't. I'm also don't just consume music like I used to anymore at all. But and this is like a few years ago, but it was Governor B. Yeah, his album came out, and I've actually really enjoyed that.
That's interesting because Governor B is like a nice mix between Kano and Ghetts. He obviously he's a student. Yeah. I've mistaken him. Oh shit, that sounds like Kano.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think with Governor, I just like, especially on that last album, I could really hear the growth and the things.
It was funny, Governor, and then you remember Cadet, because Cadet ain't with us no more. He was another one.
Yeah.
Like, you was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Like, I felt Cadet would have the trajectory like what J. Cole has had, and just become like one of those wordsmiths that no matter what he comes on, he's gonna, oh wow, that's a mad pause. Whatever night he jumps on is gonna, that's even madder. I'm finished, bro. I hate that game. I hate that game, but I have to play.
It's like you can't even do a sentence.
You can't live.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
bro, whatever Cadet raps on.
Yes.
It's, it was always solid. So it's like I could see him having that trajectory like a J. Cole.
Yeah.
But yeah, bruv, I mean, you got to listen to some of them because you get the full experience and the full gist of, I guess,
what would you say tomorrow morning when I get up? What's the one album that you're like, go and listen to that?
I would always say Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Kanye West.
Okay.
Because production-wise, it was, one of his best, in my opinion. But then also at the same time, bruv, it's got something for all your moods. Yeah. In my opinion. But then also at the same time, there's loads of others. Like, if I thought about it, I would
send me a list,
some others. I'll send you a list. I'll think of some others.
You know what? There was something else that I wanted to talk about, and I realized that I've just gone left.
You didn't give me your opinion on the Jay-Z thing, or is it just totally like mine?
No, I really just wanted your opinion. Like, for me, like, my opinion literally was, people are saying that he done a Kanye, but I'm like, you are missing that okay, so my thing is this, is what people are missing is how important it is how you say something and where and when you say it. Okay, so it's like how Jay-Z said it, where he said it, and when he said it. That makes it worlds apart from how Kanye.
Yeah, because
did
Kanye could have said all of that in
Yeah,
a tweet after the show.
100%.
He could have said it in an interview afterwards.
Yeah.
It was just that was the moment. Like, I felt so sorry for, because she was a different person.
Yeah,
at that
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Now it's probably all different.
Didn't
And
he-
it changed her. It made her into, I think, into a more noticeable
Yeah.
person in a
I
it
swear,
was a negative
I
light.
swear, Kanye actually even said that. He's like, I
Yeah.
increased her net
And that's
worth or
Kanye.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Kanye. I think, the notion of fandom
Yeah.
would have shifted. And then, there was lots of us who didn't know her. When I say us, I mean hip-hop fans.
Yeah. I mean,
Because she was a country and western.
straight like pop sort of thing. Yeah, but
Was
anyway,
it pop? I think it was just straight country and western.
Was it?
She was a whole different genre than before she kind of came to the pop. But I might have that wrong.
I can't call it either way. But there is something I do want to talk to you about.
Whoa.
And I realized that the structure for this pod has gone a bit.
Bro, like,
it's cool.
but it's topics, isn't it?
Yeah,
The topics are the topics.
American fiction.
Okay.
So I went to see this twice.
Interesting.
I've been to see it twice. First time.
Surprised at that.
So scrolling through as I do, I see the trailer for this film. Trailer captured me, and I was like, I wanna check this out. Then I got an email from the good people at We Are Parable. They were doing a screening. Went down to the screening. Screening majority was black people in the screening. Okay, and it's an experience like when you watch something amongst different crowds.
Yes, of course.
Right. And so
were there Americans there as well?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay.
Not to my knowledge. So like predominantly black crowd. First time I watched it. What was really lots of laughter at certain points and whatnot have you. There are spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, there you go. You know the bit when he takes his girlfriend to go for dinner with his mum.
Yep.
And then afterwards it's him and his girlfriend.
Okay.
And then she's like, "What do you think your mum likes about me?"
Okay.
And then he's like, "I think you actually remind her of my sister."
Yeah.
And then he kind of lists some attributes, and then he ends it by saying, "And you're a great kisser." The audience went. I thought some people were about to walk out. No.
Yeah, it sounds wild.
Yeah, and it's like, don't get me wrong, the line is wild, but also we understand the joke and the context. Yeah.
What was the joke to you, by the way?
Okay, joke is a strong word, but like it's not even that. It's not. I don't even know if it's a joke. It's just the thing of like, because it's a weird and icky thing to say, and the character is a bit awkward like that. So he's saying it purposefully, like.
You're just being funny.
Yeah,
It's just being
like,
awkward.
I don't think that there's not even anything deep about it. It's like, it's just like it's actually a misplaced awkward joke.
Okay.
But what it did show was that she was also on his level.
Yeah.
In terms of that,
she kind of caught his
humor.
humor.
Do you see what I'm saying? And so I'm like, like if to me that's not something I would ever want to say to anybody. But I get what's going on. But like the thing like really went on, and it was like, all right, guys, we get it. Like we get it. Sort of thing, let the film run. Whereas when I went to go and watch it a second time, predominantly white audience, that line came up, hardly got anything. And I was like, what? Like
the writer knew who he was talking to, or she was talking to.
And he Cordell something, I think. Man, I just thought, like you aren't even gonna pipe up a little bit on that line, like not even a little bit, sort of thing. But yeah,
I don't like the undertone of what he said.
yeah. I mean, it's icky. It's flipping icky. But fundamentally, I absolutely enjoyed this film.
That's interesting.
I thought I love the narrative of this. Again, the second time watching it, right at the end, again, massive spoilers. Right at the end, when he's doing the different versions. And then there's the version where the FBI come out and shoot him. The whole cinema, second time I'm watching it, everybody's laughing. Like,
Second
time. Pure laughter. And there was the first time. However, the second time, I'm watching it going, I don't like the fact that you all are laughing that this black man here is being shot.
Getting killed, yeah.
But then I caught, in that moment, I was like, look at the undertone meaning of it. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? So, there's so much context to it, because it's like watching it with a black audience. It's not like I didn't get it. I got it. But we were still laughing, and it was kind of okay. It's like that thing of like, I can call my brother a idiot, but you can't call my brother a idiot, sort of thing. Yeah.
That's a good point. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas the second time, it was like, you sort of really laughing a little bit too hard for my liking at this black man just being shot, sort of thing. But I get it. It's comedy. I get it. But there was that. But yeah, fundamentally, I'm like, for me, that's one of the best films I've watched in a very long time. And I'm gonna end on this, because I've been talking for a minute, is that also what I liked was that just displaying black middle class families, but they're also messy. So like we can get the drama without all of the gang banging and like we can do all of that, and that's what I loved. But yeah, go.
So unfortunately for me, the film was just okay to me.
You know, you know why I think this is so context. Before we jumped on the pod, I mentioned American Fiction, and Mike's response was a little bit like that. And everybody that I've spoken to that's watched this has been like, this film is phenomenal. And I said, you know what? Yeah, I really want to meet somebody that says that the film isn't, because I wanna hear the take. And so that's why I was like, actually, yeah.
So you thought I wouldn't like it?
No.
Okay.
The funny thing is, so even I sent it to my brother, and I thought, because he can be quite critical, so I thought he would be the one to say like, actually, and he came back and he was like, nah, this is brilliant. So I actually didn't think that you would be like,
because for me it kind of lived in the same realm as They Clone Tyrone.
Okay.
And the reason why is because, well, actually, let me say this next part before I say that part specifically, because that's really the main punch. I really, I'm trying to find a good word. I really, because love is not good enough, but I can't think of a better one. I really loved the way the story was just normal. Like
American Fiction.
Yeah. It was a family.
Yeah.
Dynamics. But that are connected to the notion of it was totally transferable across all of the different realms. Yeah, there might be nuances that are different culturally for specific things, whether it's words, foods, tones, whatever it is. But it just was nice to know we, meaning black people, have got to a space in our story where we can talk about something that is not only current, it was felt like we were seeing something right now. It was happening in real time. Yeah. We weren't going back to the history. We weren't trying to imagine some super hyper-realistic future. We were staying where we are with our things, the notion of death, the notion of, like, the story of his dad not knowing, when the brother said, I was sad when dad died that he never kind
knew
of
who I was,
and that whole thing is like, we would have had those stories. Then the notion of this guy being his mum said, you are a genius, and your dad was the same, and people couldn't connect with it. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't connected to all of this, historical nature of what we are as black people.
It was just us living.
And I love the fact that we've got to that space as a writing, producing, acting, cinematography time like that. It can feel just and sit with other projects without being classed as a black film. But then the reason why I said it sat in the same place as They Clone Tyrone is that same message was there, which is we have to be this kind of way to clarify or to support the status quo of what it is and how people view it. Like, it was laid on a bit thick, like the notion of the girl who first had her book, and she's like, Miss says, all of that. And I was like, okay, cool, I get it. And then the flip was, he actually got on with her and they were speaking and they were cool and she had different opinions. And then when he had the moment alone with her, they tried to have the conversation, and then it was like, it went left. Do you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I get it. I get what you're trying to say, because we're living that. And I say that as an artist. I say that as a creator, because sometimes you are trying to tell the other people that, no, we are different too, we do have different, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah. But we're also doing that a lot now. I was like, They Clone Tyrone was doing the same thing where everyone's in the chicken shop and they're eating, and everyone starts laughing, and then the person says, The food, man. That's what bruv, we've heard that narrative.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that that's not right and it's not good. I'm just saying that for me, it laid it on thick that it was trying to be the satire around all the other things that we are. So that's what didn't kind of, I was like, okay, cool.
Okay, I can appreciate that. I can take that on.
I feel like I've crushed your dreams.
No. Hold on. Hello?
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, no, you haven't crushed my dreams, because I feel like you're, what's the words? So everything you said, I agree with, but for me in my head, I'm like, but you have to do that to tell the story.
Yeah, and I've what it is that I guess, and I don't want to shit on any other things, but there's other productions I've seen where they're trying to, we're still doing the same thing. We're still trying to tell the people, see, you know what I mean? Whether it's tell our people, see, or we're telling the other people that don't resonate with us, see, we're also, and I feel like we're getting closer to the dream that I have. Which is it's just a film. Like I always used to say back in the day, why does it have to be a black film? It's a film. You know, I don't walk around saying I'm a black artist. I know I'm black. Yeah. I'm just doing artistry, and it always is going to come from a particular lens because I'm a black person, and that has a particular social experience on this planet. Boom.
No, I 100% get what you're saying.
So I always sit with that and that's my own, probably it's the reason why I can't enjoy shit, bro. Because I'm always having that critical eye, because I'm trying to create the nuance myself. I'm also trying to see if I can bridge these gaps that I'm seeing. You know? But yeah, bro, I did like the story, but I just didn't like, and it was funny. It was hella funny. It was warm. You know, where it needed to be warm. I was really sad when the sister died so early in the show.
That was a shocker.
Yeah, bro.
Like I loved it in the sense of from a film perspective of what they did there, because as I said, like I didn't read up on the film, didn't know much about the film, and obviously I love it when people make choices like that, because her character could have been, without any disrespect, could have been any actor, but where it's Tracy Ellis Ross, you just have an assumption that she's going to forever. She's going to be into the she's going to be there to the end. She's going to be there to the end.
And she was in a roundabout way.
Yeah. And
you know,
but
and
like,
she did make an impact in
and she did. And I think one of the things that I found very interesting as well, and it made me think about my sister, was, you know, like they're sitting there, they're having the conversation, she has this heart attack. And then afterwards I was really thinking about all of the things that this woman was going through. So she's just had a divorce. The way that she was keeping the house afloat. And the brothers did not know about anything. You're dealing with your mum and she's had this dementia. You started smoking again. And so actually this woman is going through
that's why
so much.
That is so common. You know, we've seen a loss like that in our family group, you know, where the mum was doing everything, and then you know, everyone's thinking dad should go, but mum went. Because she's stressed, because she's putting all the work in. So it was very, very realistic. That's the one thing that I really, really enjoyed about it. But there was one point I was going to make about, mum's decline. That was so potent, because you know that now where we are in society, especially where we've now had the opportunity for, as black people, to be able to amass certain things, whether it's property, whether it's status, whether it's finance, whether it's at least a claim on this planet in some way, shape or form. That is a real story for a lot of those people. They will be dealing with, when I say those people, the people of that particular age group, they will be dealing with these things. And then you will be dealing with a brother, a family member who might be, you know, have homosexuality kind of scenarios.
I think Sterling played that character exceptionally well.
So that in the community, homosexuality in the community, and that, but it was unpacked in a different way. It wasn't unpacked in the classic way, which is like, you know, well, I say classic way, which is a bit mean, I guess, but like how Moonlight kind of dealt with it, where it was totally shunned. This was like, no, there was, you know, the underbelly is that, no, we accept him. This is who he is.
I think there was a brilliant line where the brothers are talking on the phone, and then Sterling's character says, "Oh, like you haven't accepted my homosexuality," and he's like, I've accepted your homosexuality.
I just don't want to hear.
Well, no, not even that. He goes, what I can't accept is you using the term, I've taken a lover.
Yeah.
And even the fact that, like, between the siblings, it was like, why would you say something so stupid? Like, that sounds stupid. Why would you say that?
But the nuance there was like, we're past that.
Yeah, we're past that.
Talking about this, bro. Like, I just don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
And yeah, bruv, I think that they done that very, very well.
Yeah.
You know, even, bruv, like the fact that he was swimming. You see?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The fact that, bruv, he jumped in the swimming pool
Yeah.
and they all swam like
doing laps. See, I didn't even clock that.
Yeah,
for me, that was just a scene where they kind of, you know,
that's the things that I really enjoyed about how they played a lot of these things off. It was really, really, it was nuanced. It wasn't thrown in your face, but then it was like, oh, now we're gonna say the message, and we're gonna say the message through these characters, through this drug talk, and you know what I mean.
And I think I get what you're saying, but I like how they did it because obviously it's like they've set out in terms of this is the film and this is the message that we're you know, one of the plots of the film is this. So they are going to address that. But one thing, like after watching it with Melvin and I was sitting talking, and I was saying to him how, and I mentioned to you earlier on, is like me and a friend, we started writing a kind of web series type thing, and it was kind of based around a couple kind of going through, I won't go into what it is, but a couple going through something. And watching American Fiction gave me the conviction of like, yeah, actually we can just write these things that have, because in this plot there's nothing black about it other than the characters that are playing that are telling the story. And it was just like, yeah, we can have these stories and they're interesting and they're valid and people want to watch it, bro. and it can be funny and it can be sad and it can be everything. That was the one
thing. That's the one thing. I because to say like I don't know how my tone is. It's like I didn't like it. No, I enjoyed the film. Yeah. You know, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed even the moments where, you know, he tried to blow up the deal. Where he just like put it in, and then it just showed you money is king. Mm-hmm. Man looked at the situation and just was like, nah. I need the money.
Yeah, straight.
Mom's house. He said, what happened to the electricity? Oh, no, the sister used to pay for the electricity.
That's the real deal.
Yeah, bruv. So it is what it is. Do you know what I mean?
No.
And how should he have ended it? What's your thoughts? How should he have ended it? Because we've killed the film for anyone who's sat through and hasn't watched it.
I'm going to have to put a mad disclaimer at before this section because it's a good question. Because when we were watching the ending for the first time, I was sitting there going, no, don't admit it. So before all of the ending started happening and he's getting up, I was cringing in my seat. Like, why are you going to do this? Because like you're home. That's the other thing is like, essentially this guy committed fraud, but I wanted him to win.
No, he has a pen name though. You can have a pen name. So many writers had pen names.
But you can't then judge yourself.
Okay. All right. All right.
So it's one thing you got to have a pen name.
But he was against himself.
Yeah, but you still won. Because
the other people wanted you to win.
Yeah. Do you know what? That was also another brilliant scene.
Bro, that's what happens.
Listen.
He got that cool, bruv. I've got that cool. We're thinking of some diversity and such and such and such. Basically, I'm the only black number right now that you have.
Yeah.
And so you're hollering me to come and do.
you know how that the way they rounded that scene off. So when they were doing the deliberating and they've decided that this book is going to be the winner, and then you've got the two black characters on one side of the room, the three white characters on the other side of the room, and the woman says, "I just think it's important that we listen to black voices now."
Yeah, and there he is. And what gave me joke was when he tried to blow it up. He said, "Look, I want it to be called fuck," and then they were like, and then he said, "Yes." They say, yeah, bro, that shit's too real.
Yeah.
That shit's too real. That's happened so many times where, and that's what I'm saying. I've had that conversation. That's where it's all stemming from. I've had that conversation many times in so many different areas, specifically in theatre, where certain things have been given said light only because of that. And I know that.
Yeah.
I'd looked at that piece of art and gone, come on. If it wasn't after George Floyd, we wouldn't be talking about this. And then these things are creating representations of what the artist needs to be. But it's perpetuating the same thing, because really what it's all focused on is our suffering.
But then I ask you, is there still a benefit though? Because it happened.
Bro, there is. But that's what I'm saying. People who are more understanding and more locked in than I am, I'm having these conversations with them. And we're saying, yeah, but it's hyperinflating. It happened in grime. It happened in garage back in the day. You hyperinflate, and this is only to music because I know this one. It hyperinflates the market surrounding the notion that, oh, we need to get black acts to do. You don't know how all of those groups came about organically through time. They've tried and tested. They've been rapping in their bedrooms. Then after rapping in their bedrooms, they did the house party. After doing the house party, they did the first gig. After doing the first gig, the reason why they're doing that is they've got to this space over time. You've just now went and moved because you're like, oh, that's a motive right now. You moved that thing straight in with no base. You've built a house with no foundation. Of course it's going to crash. You think they're going to just come out, the blacks are going to come out for that because it fits all of the criteria. There was a, this is going to sound bad now. Bruv, there was a group one time and they made, I don't know if you remember it, like it came on, and I'm probably going to sound like I'm hating on them, but they were two boys, one's had dreadlocks and one had barlets, and they said, yeah, heads for the barlets, tails for the, heads for the barlets, tails for the dreadheads.
UK group?
Yeah, bruv. That group, that was when the garage went down. Someone's going to remember who I'm talking about. And then their track started. I can't remember their track. I just remember that scene thinking, who are they? All the other man them, I know them because all of us started from ground zero when no one cared. So when you hyperinflate a market with those pieces of work, then that clarifies one thing. Someone goes in, they throw all the money at it. But bruv, it has no base. It crashes. The writer's not good yet. The producer's not great yet. The music is under par because all these people are just leeching onto this thing rather than it coming from an organic space. Bruv, we've seen it time and time again. And I'm talking about a scene that I know, and I know the people in my scene would understand what I'm talking about. That people who just haven't been on the circuit, you're lying. You've come in, you've seen an opportunity and you've grabbed it.
You know, the only thing that's just sitting in my head now, just two words, just culture vulture. Like, so
but you're culture vulturing yourself.
No, but I'm saying
no. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah. But what I'm asking now is, are they? Yes, they're culture vulturing themselves, but what's the catalyst? Who
money,
made it?
bro?
Who's got the money?
Money and opportunity.
Who's got the money?
You know we.
Yeah, okay,
we know who's got the money.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, bruv. You hyperinflate the market, then when it crashes, like, I see, we gave him a chance, didn't work, did it?
Yeah.
And then that's the end of it. Yeah. Then we see the scene have to build again. I've seen it happen time and time.
And it's
time
a cycle, and it will keep on going.
It's a massive cycle, bro. But at least at this time, we're fortuitous in the fact that there's certain men like a Ryan Coogler, like a Daniel Kaluuya, like, you know, certain men who've got the backbone.
Yeah.
Them men are in this for real. You get me? They're coming back and doing the grassroots thing. Do you know what I mean? Someone like Daniel Kaluuya doing the grassroots thing. He's bringing it back to that space. Yeah. So you're not hyperinflating the market because that person actually knows and is connected to the community, and then you're building that back up. That's, I mean, I purport that myself and Ken from a Boy Blue standpoint, that has been our MO. We understand it because we've seen it happen, bruv. Where certain people have positions, but they're not connected really to the people.
And I think fundamentally, those people, you'll get found out at some point. That's just how it goes.
That's how it goes.
You're gonna get found out at some point.
That's how it goes, and that's what I'm saying. You know, because if the money ain't going there, it's going there.
Yeah.
So that means that thing that's authentic, that's real, that needs that support, is not getting even seen in the same light. Do you know what I mean? And that's what happens. You get a hit, and then people try to make everything like a hit. I've seen so many different people holler me, talk to me about Hamilton. We want to make another Hamilton. No, Hamilton happened in that setting.
Even you saying that sounds icky, man. It's just like,
bro, but it's the game.
Why would
the game's the game?
The game's
and I'm
the
just
game.
talking about theatre, but more than anything else, bro, it's happened.
Yeah.
I've seen it happening, and I mean, look, you know, specifically grime and garage and all of that. Other things were involved that we were a part of, or you know, that we supported, that wasn't right or whatever. But in some regard, yeah, bruv, they're just, you know, you bank on someone. Oh, that's going to be the next Dynamite. Yeah. No, Dynamite comes from somewhere. She did something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then she built that thing up. It's totally organic and connected to her. But I mean, we're getting to the other side of that where, yeah, the right voices are in the room, the right conversations are happening. So
we like it.
Anyway, but yeah, I enjoyed the film. I thought it was going to be different from the look of it.
Yeah, I think I
didn't
loved,
expect it to be.
I think I love the fact that I went in and I had no expectations on the film, and I think obviously that played a big part in me liking it so much, is I had absolutely no expectations. I think literally the one thing, the scene where they're at the beach doing the ashes, when I saw that in the trailer,
And then basically the male Karen in it, Ken, came across and said, "Do you guys have a permit?
You have a permit for that?"
Like, and then what I liked is that they knew him from when they were kids.
Yeah. And they were like,
just like, bun you, bruv. Why you always coming to cause trouble?
For me, that was hilarious. Like, and again,
so
you know,
realistic.
There's an art form which people forget. There's an art form to creating a trailer, and I think that they got it just right. Where it was just like, you watch the trailer and you're like, oh, that's interesting.
I never saw nothing.
Yeah. I was like,
I just went and watched it.
Yeah, and I think because sometimes with a trailer you can give too much away, and then sometimes it's like not enough. But I think this was just right. I had no real expectations, or I couldn't. The thing about me as well, I'll be sitting in the cinema and I'll go like, yeah, so she's gonna do this now.
I couldn't. I couldn't.
And I couldn't do that.
I must admit, that's one of my, one of my key values in watching film is that if I can't tell what's about to happen, like I always go back to. Did you ever watch? Are you a horror person?
No,
thriller
not
person?
really. No.
There's a film called Don't Breathe.
No.
Yeah, bro. Don't Breathe just has. It's like classic kind of kind of film, but. Bro, it has some turns and you're just like, whoa. So when I have those moments, because obviously I'm a person who watches film like mad, but yeah, bro, it did keep me going. Yeah. It kept on pulling, pulling you along. So yeah, bro, I you know what, jokes? I'll give it 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I'm going to go.
You sounds like you're 8-9.
I'm 8-9. Yeah, it was a big one for me. It was a big one. Oh man, never know. This might be a new section, Chophouse reviews.
Oh yeah, maybe, yeah.
Right,
that was long, we took our time with that.